Anyone else in their 30s absolutely lost what to do with their life. How do you cope? I still feel like I just got out of high school and I'm already 34. The little bit of solace I've had is that I've realized a lot of people are just winging it like I am. Deleted. I'm 35 and just finished my first year at college. I'm starting over. I had a friend in graduate school who was 65 years old. She quit her job and decided to start fresh. Ended up doing very well for herself. I try to remember her every time I'm feeling down on myself about my age. There's always an option. Don't forget to stop and look around. Tunnel vision is horrible, but so easy to be trapped in. Yes. And I don't cope. The best I can do is accept that setting some grand life goal or ideal self-image only serves to rob me of day-to-day happiness. Lately I've been trying to teach myself to be satisfied on a small scale. Practicing healthier habits. Enjoying hobbies. Treating any given day like an actual slice of life instead of a step towards something else. For now it's all I can manage. It's probably what I should have been doing all along. Life as I know it didn't start until I was 32 and it came with a leap of faith. Some big risks in my life. Some major changes. How do I cope? Masturbation and lots of naps. At 40. All I can tell you is that you do not live to work. You work to live. You got water, food, and shelter? Awesome. Everything else beyond those necessary things that all creatures on this planet crave is just human desire and ambition. And you can do whatever humaning thing that makes you a happy human. So long as it is not ruining some else's human things they wanna do to be a happy human. Next life. I wanna be an otter. Life doesn't have a purpose. You can do literally whatever you want that makes you happy and at peace. Came here to get advice. I'm close to 30 and I still can't figure out what the hell do I do with my life. I guess. I think 10 years ago I maybe expected to find a woman to settle down with and have the 2.5 kids. House in the burbs. Whatever. Instead, I'm in my mid-30s and at the point where I'm thinking that I don't want kids. I don't know if I want to ever get married. And the thought of living in suburbs is a fucking nightmare. I'm also quitting my job in a month because I've spent the last decade trying to lose weight and being entirely unsuccessful. In large part due to stress eating and just never being able to juggle work and personal shit. I want to take a bunch of time, lose weight, and maybe go on an adventure for the next year or 2. Or 5. COVID times burned me the fuck out. And whatever may come in the future. I know that life is too short to spend all of my younger decades in the office. Yeah, I dunno WTF I'm doing. I'm unemployed right now, cause depression. Dunno what to be when I grow up, but I'm heading for my 40s now, so I'm 36. And I did go through a bit of a crisis with this a couple of years ago. I was doing okay for myself financially, but spinning my wheels about direction and wasn't sure what to do. Now, I have a job that I love that allows me to travel, help people, and definitely pays bills. I have made decisions about certain major life markers, such as kids. Finally decided it was not for me. And housing. Not interested in buying right now but could potentially be within the decade. And cars. Don't want one. And marriage. Is going to happen in the next year. But low-key, I think a lot of existential crisis is a form of FOMO. In addition to the major financial upsets and the uncertainty regarding climate change and the political climate, i.e., things that individuals don't have all that much control over. There's also the issue that the millennial generation has much more of an amorphous, life shape, as compared to previous generations, at least in Western countries. I've talked about this with my parents. Boomers. But not the crazy type who can't see why kids these days don't stockpile houses and diamonds. Basically, in the 70s, you left high school, you got married, you started having kids. The dad usually worked on his career while the mom did childrearing, etc. Of course, there were always exceptions to this. I have a paternal aunt who never got married. But this was considered very odd. Most people went for the aforementioned setup. Because everybody was aiming for the 2 kids with white picket fence. It was much easier to achieve this and thus hit the marks of successful adulthood and feel achievement this way. Also, due to the economy, it was more possible to achieve this. In the modern era, even if everything were economically set up for the 2 kids and a white picket fence, we are faced with the double-edged sword of choice. Kids or no kids. Graduate degree or no. Start your own business or not. This is the colloquial FOMO. And even those who are economically stable struggle with it. Maybe you have an okay job and an okay life. But what about following your dreams? Basically, I think a major roadblock for many people is just figuring out what the hell they actually want to do. Because there's a lack of prescribed life path, and everybody isn't looking for the same thing. For me, it was looking at my aggregate of experiences combined with my age and just making cuts based off of that. What have I done that is the most marketable? And who would want to hire me? Even if it's not my dream job. Who wants to buy what I am selling as a potential professional? What are my talents? After narrowing this down, I made my resume and applied to MA programs that were interested in what I had to sell. I got the degree for free as a result. And no, it's not STEM. During the degree process, I made surprising connections with organizations that wanted what I had to offer. Now I have a lucrative professional career. But it involves a lot of travel. This has helped make other decisions easier, such as kids and property and other life choices. If you're really stuck, ask yourself, who are you? Not, what do I want? But who are you? Where are you strong? You've been around for 3 decades and spent all of that time with yourself. Who are you? And who wants to buy what you can sell? Literally everybody has strengths. If you literally have no idea where to start, Try the Clifton Strength Finders test. It can help you get started, and it's a lot more concrete than Myers-Briggs. I am input, strategic, intellection, learner, and maximizer. As a result, I am a teacher-trainer contractor with the U.S. State Department, which feeds into these things. Try it. Play to your strengths. Everybody has them. Yes. Even you.